to give you a sense of the timeline on this and Captain Patrick Quinn's role in this, ABC did a story about him on December 15th, 2006. 2006, before the surge began. Now, this audio is not great because his brother, Captain Patrick Quinn's brother, literally recorded this off of the TV, but I think you'll be able to hear it still pretty clearly. Here's ABC News covering Captain Patrick Quinn.
The story of one idea, remarkable in its simplicity, that has gotten the attention of many military officers. Where that idea came from and who thought of it is as remarkable as the idea itself. ABC's chief White House correspondent Martha Rabbits fills us in.
Al-Anbar province is the toughest area in Iraq. The enemy is so varied, the hatred so deep. But Army Captain Travis Patrickland had a very simple solution he called How to Win in Al-Anbar, a slideshow now circulating unofficially through the military. This is an American soldier. We'll call him Joe, the text says. Joe wants to win in Al-Anbar, but sometimes it seems like other people don't share that idea. The slideshow is filled with practical ways to reach out to the local population. Joe drinks tea with the local sheikh, who agrees to get his people working in the police department. The sheikh brings more sheikhs bring more men. Joe realizes that if he'd done this 3 years ago, maybe his wife would be happier and he'd have been home by now, and so on. It came as no surprise to fellow soldiers that Travis Patrickland had authored the slideshow. The Army captain had been engaging sheikhs and fighting terrorists for nearly a year. He even grew a mustache to make the locals feel better.
We're slowly increasing the security posture in the minds by building combat outposts in some of the worst sectors of town.
ABC News producer Ozzie Dean was embedded with Patrickland several months ago.
Travis spoke fluent Arabic, one of the many languages he did speak, and he absolutely won people over.
Ozzie also knew the danger that Captain Patrickland faced every day. And when Ozzie heard that a roadside bomb had killed Patrickland's friend, Major Megan McClung, just last week, Ozzie sent an email to the captain. Don't know if you're still around. I did, however, want to pass along my condolences for some rough times in Al-Anbar, including one more devastating loss in Major McClung. It is very sad. Please keep your head down. What Ozzie didn't know when he sent that email is that Travis Patrickland had been in the same Humvee with Major Megan McClung and that he had died beside her. Captain Patrickland leaves a wife and 3 young children and legions of young soldiers and Marines who will remember the captain's lessons of war and the personal price he paid fighting. Martha Raddick, ABC.
Here's what bothers me about this. Captain Patrick Quinn was a real American hero. And he wasn't just an American hero. He was a flat-out hero. He was a hero to the Iraqis, too. Do you know that they now have buildings named after Captain Patrick Quinn in Ramadi?
That's amazing.
The Iraqis named it after him, okay? And Ramadi is now apparently the safest place in Iraq. And I read article after article about this, and they all interviewed Captain Patrick Quinn when he was alive in 2006.
Yeah, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
And what bothers me about that is now we got politicians in Washington taking credit for Captain Patrick Quinn's ideas.
Right.
No, it was my idea. It was the surge. It was the surge that led to the Anbar awakening, that led to the success, and it was my idea. I'm the hero. I'm the one who's right. When in fact, that's not right at all. Why don't they do what we did and find the real, what ABC News did, what Times Online did, and publication after publication. Find the real hero of the Anbar awakening and give the man his credit and his due.
And of course, the Anbar, I mean, and you know, in much the same token that we like to discuss who's responsible for the end of the Cold War, the Pope or Ronald Reagan, and everyone leaves out the guy who actually tore the Soviet Union down, Mikhail Gorbachev, and I'm not minimizing the impact that those other 2 gentlemen had, but you know, it is the Anbar awakening. The awakening did not come from the Americans. The awakening came from the Sunni sheikhs, and now, obviously those are the other people responsible for the Anbar awakening.